All right, we are recording. I'm super freaking pumped because we got a lot of stuff going on and I'm like absolutely jacked. I just finished doing my video for the Leadership Mastermind. So this is going to be kind of like that shameless plug. If you're not in the mastermind group, please get in there, get it checked out. It's $25 buy-in. And then if you rank advance your business at the end of the 6 weeks that we have, they split the pot. And last time I checked, it was up to $900. So $1,000, like, do the math. If you rank advance your business, they cut it up. Obviously, like, you'll get back the money that you put in there for sure, and then some. So it's just absolutely an incredible opportunity. And it's not a push group, it's a leadership mastermind group. And so the cool thing about that is every single week, Jen, Ashley, Rachel, and myself are going to go live and just kind of like share with you what we do, what works for us, how we've gotten to where we are. And then we're basically going to give you like the entire week to just do your shit, like just to make sure you're showing up for yourself, for your business, checking off the boxes, like doing everything you're supposed to be doing. It's not extra work. It's not extra, like tons of videos. It's like an active leadership mastermind. And I'm so pumped for it because I'm going to pick on Karina later. I know she's on here somewhere, but it's just like that consistency piece showing up over time is really going to start paying off for you. And so that leadership mastermind group is going to be you doing your stuff with leaders like us helping you, doing everything next to you, other leaders doing the exact same thing that you are, us like helping you break through those barriers, help answer all of your questions. And so like I'm super pumped for that group. And so if you want in that group, you have to PayPal Rachel. Her email is in our team page, and it's $25 buy-in. Obviously, if you rank advance, you get that back and then some. So it's just a little bit way to get your skin in the game. So that's kind of a shameless plug for the Leadership Mastermind. It's going to kick off tomorrow. I'm assuming, we can add people in there probably for a couple of days, but she really wants to get everybody in there and started so everybody can start tracking and everything, because it's kind of the only thing that makes sense. So if you're not in that group and you want to, just let me know. I know I added a couple of you in there today. So next thing, challenge groups are kicking off tomorrow. Day 1 starts in the Belief in Yourself group. I just went live, gave them a little challenge, like take a picture of their workout clothes and post it below. The SOAR AF group, the Lift 4 group, is also starting tomorrow for day 1. I did the exact same thing. I went live and asked them to take a picture of their workout clothes and post them below. Coaches have been doing a much better job, like showing up ourselves, sharing in there, posting sweaty selfies, all of that stuff. Every single day, it's just going to be a post. All I want them to do is drop below their photo and like what workout they did or whatever, just so we can go back through those posts and comment and stuff on those. And that's kind of where you're going to get your Rockstar coaches at, is those challenge groups. So putting time and effort into those two things. Everybody can add anyone, like anyone in our downline can be added to the Tracker app groups and the Facebook groups, just so you guys know that. It's for everybody. So just add them in there and then I'll accept them. I know there was a couple today I just accepted. So if you were waiting for that, I did not see those and I just accepted those. Tomorrow, the Shakeology comes out for pumpkin spice, or however you want to say it. If you don't like pumpkin and you want to get a box, like get a box out, we'll buy it from you. Like I am so obsessed with pumpkin. Like I could literally, like I eat pumpkin cereal, you guys, it's insane. So if you want to, it's going to launch tomorrow. I think it was like 9:30 Pacific time. So I have no idea what time that is for me. So what I'm going to do is I think it's one box of like the 14 per person, I think is what it was. So I'm going to order some. Aaron's going to order some on his account. My sister's going to order some, and my mom's going to order some because I freaking love pumpkin. So if you want to order some because you want to try it, if you don't like it, like I will totally buy it from you because I absolutely freaking love pumpkin. The share cart, I believe, is working right now. I have not sent one out yet. I'm probably going to just send those out tomorrow. If you're a discount coach, I posted in our team page, there's like a huge discount on it. It's like $85 or something like that. And then if you have like customers, you have to send them an actual link. So if you're a discount coach and you want it tomorrow, just log into your shop and purchase it. If you have a customer, you'll probably want to send them a link for it. It won't be on HD just because of the fact that it's Shakeology, and it's the pumpkin. And so it's like a one-time thing, like you buy it before it runs out kind of thing. So right when it launches, I'm going to buy some, and I'm going to buy some for my husband. And I told my sister to get on there and buy some. So I'm going to have all the packets. I freaking love pumpkin. And I'll probably try to send a message to you guys when it does launch, just so you know that. So with that, I don't think it's pumpkin spice for the month. I think it's just before it runs out. So don't tell people like it's for the month of September or the month of October or anything like that. Tell them like get it now before it runs out, because it probably will run out in a couple of days, I'm assuming, just because it's a really good flavor. Okay, next thing. I want you guys to think, I'm going to put a poll in our team page after this call about doing a challenge group sneak peek this month, or doing like a coach sneak peek. So I want to do one or the other, so we have something to invite to. I know we have a coach open house like up, there's videos, you can just add people to it. So I thought maybe we could do a challenge group sneak peek. Basically what it is a couple of coaches like go live and they show what Beachbody On Demand is. They talk about Shakeology, talk about the performance line, talk about the accountability groups, and then talk about like price and how to sign up. So it's kind of like 5 or 6 videos. You can do it at any time. We can just say like it's on Wednesday or something like that. And we can go live whenever we want on Wednesday. And then we have that group. So like, let's say Michelle's going through and she's talking to someone and they're like, what's your challenge group about? How much does it cost? You can say, we just ran a challenge group sneak peek. Like, here's the link, check it out. The video's on there. It tells how much it is. It tells everything, like what a challenge group is, all of that stuff. So be thinking if you want to do another coach open house, or if you would like to do like try something new and do a challenge group sneak peek. Okay. So I'll try to put a poll in our team page so you guys can vote. I'm kind of leaning towards the challenge group sneak peek, but obviously I don't want to run it myself. So I want like everyone else to run it with us. We do have the coach open house. That's kind of why I want to try something new, but totally up for whatever you guys are thinking. And then last thing for like announcements is I was talking to some coaches and we were thinking about doing some sort of free group for like the fall. So maybe we could run something for October, like do crock pots and crunches kind of group or something like that. Just getting people like into a group that's free. We can like make up some workouts for them to do. We can like give them little challenges. We can talk about nutrition and stuff. And then if they really like it, we can say like, awesome, like, you know, you can join us for our next challenge group, you know, those kinds of things. So I'm looking at maybe doing that the first week in October, just to kind of kick off October, like a free group. And we can run it as a downline. And then if you have someone that you add in there, we'll just make sure you put your name and like their name, so we know if they want to sign up, like they can go with you. But I kind of wanted to do that for October. So just kind of be thinking for ideas ahead of that, just running a free group together as a whole team. So it's not an extra thing on everyone's plate. Okay, so recap, Leadership Mastermind, if you want to be in there, 2 challenge groups starting tomorrow. You can add anyone and everyone in there. I can get you added as a coach or an admin if you would like. Challenge group sneak peek or coach open house, and then be thinking for ideas for like a free group for October, since it's like mid-September. Okay, so the reason I have you guys on this call is because I was talking with Rachel, Ashley, and Jen about the Leadership Mastermind group, and she asked me, what do your coaches come to you with that they struggle with? What is like the one thing that they struggle with? Well, when I first started coaching, I felt like it was a lot of posting. Like we just didn't know what to post, when to post, how much, all that stuff. So I created like the like a weekly crafting like of posts, like what should you be talking about? And then you kind of craft that up yourself. So what I'm going to do tonight before I go to bed in the Greenlight District and the Leadership Academy is I'm going to put Monday through Sunday. I'm going to give you 2 ideas of what I'm going to post about. You have to find your own picture and your own like wording, but I'm going to give you the ideas if you can't think of any. Okay, so I want to let you know that I am doing that, and I will try to be doing that every single week now. And I'm just going to do it weekly just because for me to do it for the month like gives me anxiety. So I'm just going to do it for the week. And you can use the ideas if you want to. If you don't want to, it's not going to break my heart. I'm probably going to post anyways. So I just want to make sure that you guys have that opportunity and you have something to look forward to get help if you need it. So posting. I hope that will help take care of that piece of it. Inviting, I shared a lot of links with you, a lot of like scripts of what to say when you're inviting people. But like the biggest thing I can tell you is just when you're inviting people to keep it short and sweet and to the point. You know, like if they're liking and commenting, if they're watching your stories, those kinds of things. So like inviting, we're going to hit that in the Leadership Mastermind group, but I did share a bunch of like scripts with you guys. And so I feel like if we just do it, like inviting isn't really inviting people, it's just like the fact of actually doing it. So I felt like for our team, the biggest thing that we struggle with is not just consistency, but like consistency in everything that we do. Like, I feel like we do a really good job at posting, a really good job at inviting, a really good job at challenge groups, but it's not Monday through Sunday. It's like Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday kind of thing, if that makes sense. So like we do a good job at showing up like throughout the month. It's probably like, 15, 20 days out of 30 that we're super consistent, but it's not like back to back. It's very sporadic. And I think that's why we're not getting the results that we're looking for in our business. I think that's kind of why like we get into this rut, or we're not sure it's for us. And before the call, I listened to a podcast from Melanie Mitro. She has her own podcast. It's just called Women Inspiring Women. If you need something to listen to, go listen to her. Like, she's a top coach for 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row for a reason. And she just did a call about excuses and like all of this stuff. And so I have tons of things to like share with everybody for the Leadership Mastermind. But I wanted to give you guys like an insight or kind of like help with that consistency piece, and just see if we can come together as a team and like make this work together. So that being said, I want you to really focus on working 6 out of the 7 days this week. So it's Sunday. So whatever your day, if it starts on Monday, so Monday through Sunday, I want you to work as hard as you possibly can to get 6 out of the 7 days. Like, I want you to work 6 out of the 7 days. You can take the entire day off that you take off, but I want you to show up in your business 6 out of the 7 days. Okay. And that means that we're going to be showing up back to back to back, and you're finally going to start noticing like the wheel is going to start turning. Okay. So, for me, I am going to be taking off, Saturday of like this week. Saturday is going to be my day off. I'm still posting on social media, but I'm not messaging. I'm not talking to anybody, because Saturday I have volleyball, and then I'm traveling, and then I'm going to be out with friends and stuff. And Saturday is just going to be my day off. And so that means Monday I have a tournament. I have to show up on Monday because I just said I wasn't going to work on Saturday. I have to show up on Sunday. I have a game on Tuesday. I'm still going to show up. So like for you guys, I wanted to let you know, like, I am taking Saturday off. I'm not inviting, I'm not messaging people. I'm just posting on social media. So like, I really want you to try and figure out which day this week you're not going to work your business, and be intentional with that. Like, be okay with that. I want you to really sit down for this week, and I want to know when you're going to work your business, what time you're going to work it, how long you're going to work your business. So for me, I want to put 2 hours aside this week, because last week I was like running around with my head cut off. For you, maybe it's 30 minutes to an hour. Maybe it's an hour. Maybe it's an hour and a half, whatever it is. For me, I'm setting aside 2 hours every single day, 6 out of the 7 days that I want to work. And the reason I have 2 hours is because I have that Leadership Mastermind group that I want to check in. I want to reach out to those coaches and spend quality time with them. And also I need to work my own business. Like, I can't ask you guys to work your business if I'm not working mine. And so Monday night I have a tournament, but I'm going to be at home, and I'm going to work from 7 to 9. Tuesday I have a volleyball game, and I'm not going to probably get home until close to 9. And so I'm going to work during the day. I'm actually going to use my lunch hour. And then I'm going to try to squeeze in a half an hour when I get home on Tuesday. Wednesday night, I'm working right after practice. Thursday night, working right after practice. Friday, I'm going to work before I go to Aaron's football game. Otherwise, I might not go to the football game at all and just work Friday. Saturday is my day off. And then Sunday, I'm going to work when I get home. Okay. So I have like my week scheduled out when I'm working my business. And so what that means, working my business, is what I'm doing right now, sitting in front of my computer, going through messages, whatever it is. I'm not working on my phone this week. And I really want you guys to try this with me. Like, I'm going through these things because I think this is what's helping or hurting our business. We think we're consistent because we're always on our phone, but we're not doing things to move our business forward. Okay. So like, I want you to set the date, and I want you to set the time that you are working this week. And I don't want you touching your phone unless you're posting on social media. I don't want you answering anybody's messages back. I don't want you messaging in the green light district. I don't want you doing anything like that until you're working your business. Okay. because I feel like we're getting so burnt out as coaches because we're constantly on our phone. We're not moving our business forward. We're scrolling Facebook. We're comparing ourselves. We're trying to make this photo look, I'm like, I don't know, whatever. We're trying to craft this big giant poster, whatever it is. But like, I think if we focus on, I only have to work an hour a day or 2 hours a day, and then I'm done, like, I feel like you guys are going to feel the weight lifted off your shoulders, if that makes sense. Okay, so get a weekly plan, 6 out of the 7 days. I want to know, like, I want you to message, like, in the leadership or Greenlight District, what day you're taking off, because I really want you to be intentional with taking that day off. Like, do not message anybody the entire day. Post on social media and put your phone away. Spend time with your family and friends. Like, don't sit on your phone. So I need to know what day. And then I also want to know what time frame, like, you're working your business. I'm going to make a spreadsheet and I'm going to write all of this stuff down so I have everybody's time and days that they're working their business, because I think we just need to work together as a team to be more intentional. And so, like, if Laura's working on Monday from 7 to 9, I'm going to message her and be like, hey girl, I see you're working the same time I am. Do you want to, like, hop on a Zoom, or, you know, let's challenge each other or something like that. Because we do this with our fitness. Like, Nicole and Allie and I and Laura now, like, show up in the morning on Zoom and work out. And I know that some days, like, I would still be sleeping if I knew that they weren't going to be there for me. Like, if no one knows, nobody cares, you know? And I know that they are waiting for me to show up. And so I wake up some mornings because I know they're going to be there. And I think we need to do the same thing with our business. Okay. So pick a day this week, pick a time frame, and let me know. And then I also want to be really intentional with tracking our business. And so I mean tracking in 2 different ways. So tracking what you're actually doing, and then tracking who you're actually talking to. So I know I talked about this on our team call last week, but I want every single one of you to print this out or have it on a tab on your computer or draw it in your notebook or whatever it is. But I want to see you going through all of these tasks, your 6 out of the 7 days. Okay. And I know Karina is on here somewhere. She was traveling, but she does this every single day. She checks off the boxes every single day. And I'm pretty sure she's at SC4 already. And she had one of her, like, dream coaches join. Okay. And she's been doing this for, like, several months. Okay. And so, like, it's starting to pay off for her. She's posting, she's inviting, she's checking off all the boxes. This is a tracker. This tracks your business. Okay. This does not track who you're talking to, anything like that. It tracks, like, posts. It tracks how many people you're talking to, you know, all of that stuff. It's like tracking your actual business. This is like a to-do list. Okay. A lot of us girls in the leadership mastermind were joking around this weekend, calling it like a wine hour, or like I called it like my Malibu mega change, like whatever. Like, if you send more invites because you had a drink of wine, like, go have a glass of wine or whatever. But this is a tracker. So I want us all to use the tracker, and then I want you to post it in your page. So if you're in the Leadership Academy, post it in there underneath, like, the daily checkoffs. If you're in the Greenlight District, post it in there. Okay. So this is a tracker. This tracks your actual business. Then you need to find some way to track who you're talking to. I use Teamzy. I pay $29 every single month for it because I have sold so many more challenge packs because I've used Teamzy. If I sell 1 challenge pack in 30 days, my Teamzy is paid for. Hi, she's so cute. If I sell 1 challenge pack, it's paid for. Okay. So I use Teamzy. It's a lifesaver. I put the people in, I put what we're talking about, I put when to check back with them, and it tells me what to do. All I have to do is message people. So easy. If you want to use it, use it. If you don't, and you don't want to pay for it, get a notebook, write down the date, write down the people you talked to, what you invited them about, go to the next page, do the same thing for Tuesday, same thing for Wednesday, and so on. So the tracker and the tracking your business are 2 separate things. Okay, so you should be tracking, like, on the checker, and you should be tracking who you're talking to. So when you are working your business this week on those 6 days at that certain time frame, you have your tracker and you have your tracking system right there with you. My tracking system's on my computer. It's called Teamzy. If I don't have my computer, I can't track my business. So for me, I don't message anyone back now because I don't have my tracker, because it's on my computer. if I'm sitting in front of my computer and I'm working like random time throughout the day, it's okay because I can still track it because I have Teamsy. But if I'm at school or like in the car, I can't track my business, so I just don't message people back. And it's been such a game changer for me. And I've had more like energy with my business. So tracker and a tracking system. And then also I want us to really focus this week on posting 7 days a week. I know it's every single day, and I know you feel burnt out sometimes, but with the weekly track or weekly posting idea, I hope that helps with you. I'm going to show you kind of like what I do for like how I post about stuff and everything, but I really want us to focus on posting 2 times a day. Okay, so that's 14 posts this week. So 2 times a day. Figure out when your market is on Facebook. If it's in the morning, if it's at night, if it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, if it's at 9 o'clock at night, whatever it is. Facebook for me is in the morning and at either 4:30, 6:30, or 8:30, but I have to pick one of those times. And so I usually post twice. Sometimes I post 3 times if a post didn't really like rock people's socks off. I just repost it or pick something else. Instagram, I try to post 3 times just to kind of move my page forward. And because Instagram might be more United Kingdom people who are right now awake and we're getting ready to go to bed. So like my posts are popping up. So really focus on 2 times a day this week. So 17 posts. And then your sharing. So if you're using Instagram stories, I really want you to think and be intentional with your Instagram stories this week. So I was talking to some coaches today. I always share my workouts on my Instagram stories with music and stuff. Cool. Awesome. People are getting bored with that. I need to do something else. So whether I add like polls in there, whether I dance in there, whether I show my pre-workout, whether I ask questions on my thing, whatever it is, like I need to spice it up a little bit. And instead of doing 7 videos of my workouts, maybe I pick 1 and I do like a move of the day or something like that. Or maybe I find like a challenge for them to do. Like my Instagram stories are boring. Like I've been doing the exact same thing for like who knows how long, okay? People are bored. I need to find something else with it. So I might do a couple and then do like some talking in between, or like switching it up with like a boomerang and a picture and a video, and like just trying to get people moving and stuff. My God, my dance moves are awful. So that's something that I want you to work on this week. If you're using Instagram, really work on 5 to 10 stories a day. Okay. Now I know like 5 to 10, holy crap, that seems like a lot. But if you think about it, your workouts, you could probably do like getting ready, a dance or some weird boomerang or something, and then do a couple workouts, and then you're already at 4 or 5. And then share part of your day, how you're doing your business, show your personal development, show your coaching, show coach sneak peeks, show the challenge group coming up, talk about your team calls, anything like that. Okay. So 2 posts a day minimum and 5 to 10 on your Instagram stories. Share who the heck you are, like what separates you from everyone else. With posting, let me grab a piece of paper. Okay. So whenever I feel like I'm tired of posting, I have no idea what to post about, I get a piece of paper like this, and I literally, most of my posts are probably about challenge groups and probably about the coaching opportunity. Like that's just me. That's what I post about. And then I can do another one about like my life and like what's happening and all that stuff. So all I do is make 2 circles, and I put challenge group in one, and I put coaching in the other. And then all I do is I think about coaching. Okay, so we're going to do this together, and I'm going to take a picture of it, and I'll share it with our group. So unmute yourself. Tell me anything that comes to mind with coaching. And I'll go first. What about like financial freedom? I'll just start with financial freedom. Is that something that coaching reminds me of? Anything coaching reminds you of, or that comes up with coaching? What's that?
Sharing a passion.
Okay. Anything else you guys can think of? Coaching. What about like, we could do like team or like tribe kind of thing, like how I think, was it Jen? I think you posted about that earlier today.
Constant support.
Yep. Constant support. I'm going to put / like family because I feel like, yeah. What else with coaching? I know you guys haven't, like some of you guys are newer coaches and you haven't done this yet, but some of you are going to in October, like traveling and like events and stuff, like that's part of coaching. And I know like we're like paying to go, but like the event is free and all that stuff. So I'm going to put down like travel plus events because that's something that is huge. That's awesome for coaching. Let's see. What about like helping others? I know a lot of you are sharing your challenge group transformations and stuff. Helping others, like reaching goals. Anything else you can think of for coaching? Like what comes to mind when I think of coaching? Personal development. I don't know why that usually pops up. PD. What about like accountability for yourself? Like I feel like when I started coaching, I showed up in my fitness journey a lot more, like nutrition wise and stuff like that. I'll just put like self accountability. Let's see, coaching.
With people falling off, you can just be like, believe in yourself or don't give up. Or,
So like encourage and inspiring people.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so like financial freedom, encouraging and inspiring people, sharing a passion, helping others, traveling and events, self-accountability, constant support in a family, a team, a tribe. Okay, that's like a really good start. Think about challenge groups. What comes to mind when you think of challenge groups?
Sweaty selfies.
Okay. I think of like our morning Zoom workout because that helps me a lot. We have like a Snapchat group going, so I'm just going to put like virtual support. So I think that covers it too. Let's see, challenge groups. What about like a community?
Community, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to put results down because I know that some of you guys would not be coaches if you didn't get the results you got, you know?
Positive energy.
Yeah. Let's see. Challenge groups. I think of like Joel because he's so gorgeous. I'm going to put personal trainers though because not everyone's into Joel, but if you're not, I don't know if we can be friends. Let's see. I'm going to put like the programs, like different types of programs because I know like Allie does a lot of like cardio. I really liked Lift 4. I know some people really like the dance one. Some people really like 80-day obsession. So I'm just going to put different programs. And then I always think of like my performance line. I think someone on here, she's on here. She calls her unicorn juice. Where is she at? Oh, there she is. She's on here. I'm going to put performance line and Shaco, and I'll just put like wording because some of us call it different things. Like some people call it mom juice, mom crack, all that stuff. Okay, so here's a picture. So I have challenge group and I have my coaching. All of those bubbles, guess what those are? Posting ideas. Yay! That's how I get posting ideas, you guys. Like I'm not even kidding you. So on the back side, like I could put myself down and what's going on with me this week, this month. What's, going on. Okay. So like for me, what is it, like September something, the 16th? So I'm just going to put September to October. Okay. So I'm going to share with you, like for me, what's going on. For us, like we have homecoming week coming up. And so I know that I can use that next week to get engagement from my posts. What should I dress up as? Where should I get this stuff from? So like sharing that part as a teacher. I'm a volleyball coach. We have tournaments and stuff. So I'm going to think of how I can tie volleyball into coaching. Or how I can tie it into Beachbody. Like for me, doing my workouts, I have my volleyball girls do the workouts. So like they love it. They eat beach bars. Like I need to take a picture of it, but like they ate my entire box last week, like those kinds of things. Let's see, what else can I talk about for September? I know like I'm going to go hang out with other coaches, like other like Beachbody coaches, for like a weekend or whatever. So when I hang out with like, you know, people that are in my area, I can post about that and talk about that. Like October is the fall event that we have going on in Las Vegas. So I'm going to that. I'm also going to Josh's like push coach event that I'm going to be speaking at. And I know some of you are coming with us. So like that's a post and stuff talking about that. You know, if there is challenge, if we decide to do the challenge group sneak peek, you know, that's going to be something. I'm going to talk about the leadership mastermind group we have going on because that's huge for me as a coach. I'm going to talk about, you know, if we have new coaches, I'm going to talk about that. We have a new challenge group starting. I'm going to talk about that on social media. Trying to think what else. My life's kind of boring. I don't know. I'll probably accidentally shop this week, so I can post about that. I told Aaron, I was like, that's the only reason why I accidentally shopped, so I can post about it. Okay, so I have all of those ideas. When I say lifestyle post, that's these, okay? Sharing about lifestyle. Somehow I try to tie my life into Beachbody, into coaching, into challenge groups, something like that. So like obviously like an opportunity to go speak at an event would never have happened without that 21 Day Fix challenge group I started, you know, 3 years ago, without the confidence in the team I have and all that stuff. You know, homecoming, I'm a teacher talking about how I'm making that work with Beachbody and like all of this stuff. You know, talking about, I don't know, if we were going somewhere on a vacation, how I'm making it possible because of coaching, like doing income posts and stuff like that, just sharing that with people. That's where I get posting ideas from. So when I do like the calendar and stuff, that's where I get all those ideas from. Like I could literally just sit here and do that. So hopefully that helps with like posting in general. And then like your Instagram stories, I usually just do like a day in the life of me. Like I just show them what the heck I'm doing. Like if I'm up at 5 and I look like a zombie, I show that to them. Like if I don't know, if I'm working out, I show it to them. If I'm doing a team call, like I'll pop on here and like do a call. I do like a boomerang of people who are on our team call. So hold on one second. I'm just going to do a boomerang. Okay. So then I have this showing my computer that I'm actually doing like a team call, and I'll put like team call with my babes, and then I'll put it on there, and then I'll like talk about what we talked about, and then I'll just show them I'm working my business, like sharing personal development with them. Like I just open my life to them on Instagram stories. Okay. So have fun with that part. Okay. And then the last two, interacting and inviting. So some of your posts are really freaking good. There's just no way for people to interact with your post. So like this morning I posted a picture of my shirt that said, I'm like not a quitter. Something about giving up carbs. I'm having a brain fart. Anyway, I posted about it this morning and I was like, how can I get engagement from this post? So I put, where are my carb lovers at? You know, like just trying to get engagement. And then I posted a picture this afternoon about like just getting results and stuff. Never asked for engagement, got a ton of engagement. So like sometimes you're going to get it, sometimes you aren't going to get it. Sometimes I say drop a gift below. Sometimes I say describe this photo, give me like caption this photo or whatever, or you know, pick A or B, black or white, like what dress should I wear, what shoes should I wear, like just doing tons of those to get engagement on your post and people interacting. That's how you get interaction from your like page, from your fitness page, like from Instagram, your stories, whatever it is. Asking people for their opinions is going to get way more interaction on your posts. And when they're interacting with you, that's when they start scrolling on your Facebook page. So like, maybe Jen has her daughter dressed up in 2 different outfits. Which one should she be for Halloween? And they pick, and then they're like, who is this girl anyway? So they go to your page and they start scrolling. Okay, she's doing some sort of business. Like, what's this opportunity she's talking about? Oh, a sneak peek. Let me look at that. You know, like, that's why we do what we do. That's why we do engagement posts, to get people on our page. Also with interacting, I sent you guys a message this weekend. I sent someone a Facebook, like, happy birthday in June, and she reached out to me like in September, because I messaged her and she said my stuff was popping up on her Facebook page. Like, oh, because I messaged her. Like, that's how that works. That's why we do those little things. That's why we connect with people every day. And then the inviting process, I was talking to some coaches, like, what happens if you go to your post and it's the exact same people liking on your stuff, the exact same people commenting on all of your stuff? It's going to happen. Okay. When I first started, all of them were brand new. Now when I go to them, it's like all of you guys, all of my challengers, all of my clients, because I did my job as a coach. If somebody likes and comments on your stuff, they need to turn into part of your tribe, part of your challenge group, whatever it is, unless it's like a grandma who's just loving on you and just supporting you. Okay. However, like, everybody is a potential person to change their life. Everybody can work on something, whether it's nutrition, whether it's muscle definition, whether it's weight loss, whether it's just feeling comfortable, whether it's getting an activity. Everybody has something to work on. Don't ever feel like there's somebody out there that, like, oh, I better not ask them because, you know, like, they don't need this. Everybody needs something. Okay. So if you're going through everyone that's liking and commenting on your stuff, they're all the same people, do an engagement post. Get different people to like your stuff. Get different people to comment on your stuff. If you are finding that it's the same people, let's just say Jennifer's always the first person to like my stuff. She always likes all of my stuff. I'm going to go to her page, not Jen, it's about, let me pick someone else. Susie from down the street. She likes all of my stuff. I'm going to go to Susie's page and I'm going to add 5 of her friends. Why? Because Susie's liking all of my stuff. And so if I add her 5 friends and Susie starts talking about me, I have some of her friends now are on my page talking about me. That's why I do that. That's where I get those people from. So if you have a certain person who always likes on your stuff, go to their page, add 5 of their friends. That's what I do all of the time. Obviously, Jen was a bad idea because Jen's a coach. Like, if they're not coaches, obviously. Hopefully that makes sense. On Instagram, if you know, like, okay, if you're following different hashtags and all you're getting is other Beachbody coaches, think outside the box. Think of different things like small tattoo, big tattoo, flower tattoos, like whatever it is. I noticed that a lot of my like Nike girl and stuff is more of like lifters and stuff, more like gym people. I've noticed that like the different like weird hashtags, like find my people, some of the general ones that I use like have lots of Beachbody coaches. I do calls and stuff for people. So I have tons of coaches like following me, tons of people who already have coaches. It's okay though, because if they're talking about you, if they're following you, like people know that they're following you, and those people might be friends of theirs that like come to you instead of them. Or maybe their coach sucks and they come to you and they're like, dude, I need help. My coach is awful. I want to switch. Like, you know, those kinds of things. But also using the hashtags to like search and find people like you. So I've been going crazy with like teachers and stuff. And also with the thing that I've been looking at most like lately has been like outfits and stuff. Like some people post just strictly like their outfit of the day. Like some teachers just post their outfits of the day and stuff. Like I want to be their best friends because guess who's following them? Teachers, like my people. You know, so if you're a mom or something and maybe you use like a brand of lotion that's your favorite or whatever it is, like go search those things and find those people. Of course they're going to be coaches because you're a coach. It's the same thing when I went to buy my car, Lucy, like she's an Equinox, it's white. Okay. I found it and I was like, I love this car. I want to get it. 2 weeks before I bought Lucy, never, ever have I ever seen an Equinox anywhere in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Never. Haven't seen one. The day I bought Lucy and I brought her home, we followed like 4 Equinoxes, white Equinoxes on the way home. Why? because mentally I'm like thinking about my Equinox that I just bought, my white one. I just bought it. It's in my view. It's in my car. It's in my driveway. Like, and now I'm driving down the street. Now there's 3 more of them. Oh my God, everybody has a freaking Equinox now. Like, it happens because your brain is thinking that same thing. When you're on your Instagram and you're looking for new people, you're going to find Beachbody coaches because you're a Beachbody coach. Okay. The same thing. Like, I don't like Advocare. I don't use it. I don't sell it. I don't promote it. I don't freaking see any Advocare people anymore. Why? Because I'm not even looking for them. Like, I don't care. I'm not one of them. You know, I don't see LipSense anymore at all. Like, it blew up and I don't see it at all anymore. Do people still use it? Absolutely. Are people still successful? Absolutely. Do I see it? No, because I don't look for it. I don't care. Like, I have nothing to do with it. I don't know what a post looks like if it's LipSense or whatever. So just know when you're on Instagram and you're looking for new people, you're going to find a crap ton of Beachbody coaches because you're a freaking coach. Like, you know what to look for. You know, when you go to someone's page, you're like, oh, she's a Beachbody coach. Why? How do you know that? How can you not do what she's doing and separate yourself and like all of that stuff? So I know it's super frustrating that you have all of these coaches, all of these Beachbody people or people who have coaches following you. Awesome, cool. Like, who cares? Go find someone else. Like, go search for more people. I was telling 2 people today that my like page is one place that I get random freaking people from. I use my like page. I post random stuff on it. Like, Nicole and Allie are on this call because of my like page. They found a like page post from my fitness page and they commented on it and they talked to me and I sent them a message and they got signed up. Did I freaking know them? No. Were they on my Instagram? No. Were they on my personal page? No. They were on my freaking like page, you guys. Like, if anyone likes and comments on your like page, go creep them. Be like, should I add these? Or is this my person? And then add them on Facebook. Like, add them. The same thing with Instagram. If someone's looking at your stories or like your page and you think that they're like you, go add them. And then like and comment on some of their stuff. Okay, like, that seriously helps. I promise you, you can get random people. Facebook groups. Like, I'm in a couple of Facebook groups for like LipSense. I can't believe I just said that, but I actually am. Like, I want to try it. I really do. But like, the people that are in there, if you're wanting to buy money for LipSense to put lipstick on your lips, you are going to buy a challenge pack. Okay, if I'm in a group for like, the swap or whatever for Spirit Like Iowa, people on there are just looking to freaking like sell stuff for cheap and like get cheap stuff. So I'm not going to add people from there. I'm going to go to like a LipSense group, a 31 bag group, whatever it is. Like, people who spend money on like lipstick, on hair products, on that kind of stuff are more willing to buy stuff from you, like a challenge pack, than those people who are like discount and DIY people. Like, look for groups like that. You get added to them like every single day. Just go in a group and add a bunch of people. That's where I get people from, is those groups, my like page, my hashtags, like Instagram stories. I go creep like Jennifer Lawrence. She's like one of my favorite actresses ever. I go to her Instagram and I just find people who were following her and I just creep them. Like, ooh, these are cool. Like, we both love Jennifer Lawrence. Like, let's be best friends. Okay. Same thing. Do that. That's where I get those people from. And then inviting, just keep it super short and simple. Like, hey, Nicole, I saw you catching my Instagram stories today. My boot camp kicks off on Monday. Are you joining us or what? Send it. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Like, tons of people. They're watching your stories. Like, you don't have to have this whole like, oh my God, I love your dog. Where did you get him? Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love that name. What breed is he? That's so awesome. Oh, by the way, I have a challenge you're kicking off on Monday. You don't have to do that stuff because they're already watching you. Okay, like, that's like giving you an invite. If you're going to watch my stuff, I'm going to be in your inbox. Okay, if you don't like it, don't watch my stuff. Same thing, like and comment on your posts on Instagram, your Instagram stories, your Facebook posts, your Facebook story or whatever it's called. If they're watching those, send them a message. If you see people creeping you on Snapchat, send them a freaking message. I know you guys have Snapchat and you post stupid stuff all the time, or you share your story selfie or whatever. The twins showed me that, like, I did not know this, that you can like take photos and videos and then you just go to like the little thing at the bottom and then you just add them all to your story. Because I was like, I don't have time to add all this stuff to my like Snapchat story. And they're like, you just save it and then you post it on Snapchat. I was like, oh, I didn't freaking know that. So now I post the same thing on my Instagram that I do on my Snapchat stories. And I have 300 more people to talk to on my Snapchat that I actually know who they are because I got their Snapchat from them. And I'm like, hey, joining us on Monday or what? Like, I literally have 2 people right now that are working on getting signed up from Snapchat. Use different things, like use different whatever. So if you want to put your Snapchat and your Instagram thing, be like, hey, add me, like, cool, new people. Okay. If they're coaches, don't add them. Anyway, hopefully that part helps with inviting and stuff. I think that was it. I feel like I just talked for like an hour. Okay, let me just make sure I got everything. Consistency, 6 out of the 7 days. Make sure we're tracking our hours. Work your business only when you're in your office working your business. Use a tracking system, posting and sharing 2 to 3 times a day, 5 to 10 stories, interacting, engagement posts, and then inviting, making it super short and simple. Does that sound like I went over all those? Okay. Awesome. Anyone have any questions, anything? Was it helpful at all? Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm actually going to ask, oh, hey, I just heard myself echo.
Sorry, that was me.
No, you're fine.
No, I was just thinking to myself because, like with having Nicole, like me and Nicole have like the same exact people.
Yeah.
You know, like we're friends with the same people. So it's like, that's what's also hard is I feel like me and her are always like, okay, you know, like you reach out to this one, but if you don't get this one and I get 2 of them, then I'll give you this one. You know, like it's really difficult when you're friends with the same people or like the same people on your page. So I think like I was just thinking about like that's difficult because like we have the exact same people liking our stuff.
And you almost look the exact same.
Almost.
But I was gonna tell you, so like my coach, when I first started, she lived in Sheldon, which was like 7 miles from me, and her aunt, which was also a coach, lived 7 miles from her. And then my coach like recruited all of these coaches and went to the same school as me, and we had the same friends and everything. I just found what separated me from her. And then like with you guys, it's different because you are siblings, but the only thing is like, if you do that, if you're like, you know, go back and forth with each other, that's totally like your choice to do that. Like just like keep your, you know, your work separate, keep like the things separate that you can keep separate. And then if it's like your friends and you guys have like that, a good relationship, like my coach and I didn't have that, you know, like she would sign up this person and I would sign this person up. And then I'd find out that like, these guys were best friends. And like, it was so awkward and so hard. Cause we as coaches didn't have that conversation. Like, do you know this girl? Cause I know you have her on Facebook, that kind of thing. And so like with you guys, it's nice just because you can actually have an adult conversation and get that figured out. But yeah, like just try to keep things as separate as possible. And your Instagram doesn't have to be the exact same. You two can be 2 separate people on Instagram and Facebook. You know what I mean? Like you could be more of like a dark image with like bold, and she could be more of like a bright and whatever, or vice versa, or you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to be the exact same person on Instagram. Like Instagram's cool. You can be whoever the heck you want to be. Like if you want to be a unicorn, go for it. Like Facebook might be a little bit different, obviously, you know, but yeah, I just try to keep people as much separate as you can, but you guys have, you know, a really good relationship and you can have those conversations with each other. Like, you know,
I was just telling her, well, over the phone, but we were thinking about like maybe doing a like page together or something, or like doing a teamwork type thing. But I don't know.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And honestly, like it would be so cool just because you guys are pretty much on the same team anyways, because one of you is under the other one. And so like you both benefit from it, you know, and you can work that part out. Like, yeah, I think that'd be cool though. Like twin action it or something. Make it. I do. I know Karina's on here. I don't know if she can hear us, but I'm going to ask her actually. There she is. Hi. I'm going to ask her on the spot, but like next week, instead of Sunday night, I'm going to have her do it on Monday night just because, actually it might work on Sunday night. I'm not sure yet. I'm traveling to Des Moines, so I'm on my way back on Sunday night, but I was thinking either Sunday or Monday. I was going to have her do a team call for us. So, right. Just like super, super excited. Because she is, like a really good leader on our team. She shows up every freaking day. She does the stuff that she's supposed to be doing. She's inviting, she's getting her Rockstar coaches. And instead of you guys hearing from me all of the time, I want you to hear from like Rockstars on our team. And so if I ask you to like speak on the call, like don't get all like freaked out. Like we're excited to hear from you, but So Karina, I'll probably be messaging you, but I do want to get some of you guys on this call just to share what you're actually doing, if that makes sense, because it could work for someone else. You know, like I know Ashley and Jen and Karina have this like mom thing, and they're like kicking ass together in this leadership mastermind, you know, and like the twins have each other, and Michelle and Michaela are on here, and I know Laura, like I bug her all the time, and I feel like someone else is on here. I can't see her. My face or my thing's messed up. But like we're all here for each other. We all message each other. Like I got a couple of messages last week like, hey girl, I love you. Thanks for inspiring me. Like keep going. Like you're such a great leader. Like just doing that and like being here for each other. I want us to do that for each other. And be here. So I'm going to have some of you guys like start speaking on our calls too. So I'll try to grab some people from like outside of our team, but I also want some of you like in here sharing that. And then if you feel like it, if you want to like take some time and go live in our team page and just share like this is what worked today. I don't know, just share things like that so we can kind of learn as we go, like little tiny workshops and stuff. Because you guys are rock star freaking coaches, and I think you guys really need to like take a step back and look at yourself and be like, I am a rock star coach. Like I was talking to a couple girls today, and we're an elite team. We're a 5-star elite team this year. And out of, you know, there's like 45 teams, 45 people that hit elite out of 450,000 people out there. Like we were one of the 45. Like that right there is freaking insane. If you are like math like me, the numbers is just, it's mind blowing. And we did it in 6 months. Like we did this in less than 6 months. And it takes some people, like some people are not going to enjoy their Christmas this year because they're going to be trying to push for elite. But we did it in 6 months. Like I feel like you guys always feel like, oh, I'm in a rut. I'm not consistent. I'm not getting where I want to be. But I don't think you guys look at the big picture. Like you guys are why our team is so amazing, because you care, because you show up, because you push. And when we hit 5-star elite, like I was over here like bawling my eyes out because I was so incredibly proud of you guys. But I don't think you realize like how freaking amazing you guys are, like how hard you guys push. Everything that you sell, anything that you sell, any challenge pack that you get, any success club point, anything that you do reflects on where we're at. And we are where we are because you guys work so hard, because you show up on team calls, because you catch the recording, because you post, because you're willing to be better. Like we are one of like top 100 in a team, like in an entire company of over 450,000 teams. Like we are top 100. Like, I just don't think that like we take that like that. Like you should be like, holy crap, I'm freaking awesome. Like you guys are all awesome. Like our team together is like people want to freaking beat us. Like I have people messaging me like, can you do a team call? How did your team get to where you are? I'm like, ask my girls. Like, don't ask me. Like we did this as a team, and I don't want you guys to like take that lightly. Like we seriously rock as a team. Like we're all here for each other. There are teams out there who don't do team calls because they don't have time. There's teams who don't do pods because they don't have the time to do it. There's people who don't help each other because they're so individual. Like our team comes together, and that's why we're top 100. That's why we are, you know, one of the 45 freaking coaches and teams out there to actually hit a huge goal. Like we're freaking amazing. And I love you guys so freaking much. Like you push so hard. And I know that life sucks sometimes. And I know that sometimes it's like consistency isn't paying off right here, right now. But I think with like this, like what I'm planning to do, and like with us doing the 6 out of the 7 days and putting our hours down and tracking our business and sharing that in the leadership mastermind, like I feel like we're going to get it, and it's just going to click for you, and it's just going to start going and stuff. And so I know that like it's not all sunshine and roses, but like when you work hard for something and then you get it, like it's so freaking worth it. It's so worth it the harder you work for stuff. So that being said, if you're not in the leadership mastermind group, you guys, please reconsider it and join up with us, because it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. There's tons of really good leaders in there already. And I really want to just see our team like continue and like push on and like just keep going, you know, because we hit some really big goals 6 months into the year. And so we have the rest of the year to just kind of like everything on top of it's gravy. So